Yo, just doing some casual work on just doing some casual work on dogging this piece of shit. Giveaway Oxford definition. Free. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna give a. Anyway, the specific domain was Yeah, they've got giveaway everywhere, but they had a specific domain. Got pretty. Yeah, I mean giveaway. I mean fuck. And there's. Well, I guess they got rid of it because they're like, oh, yeah, it still doesn't matter. It's still fucked. Yeah, so just casually in the middle. And then we get the email. And I was hoping this was 2 weeks away, but they hit us with it. Fuck. And I just instantly was just like, I guess this is one of those React videos, you know? Man, that essay. What more these lefty academics want who have to deal with these Wall Street assholes? Just kind of corporate conscience margin. Come on. Then, like a little bit of loyalty given back. Yeah, no, here's the right to redemption. Like I've looked into it, guys. Come on. Let's say it's all bullshit. Let's say everything doesn't execute to a point where it actually improves and equity. Look, he put his hand in. It's the event. It would be. And did this guy go to Colombia? Like literally. Like, not to sound like Hegseth or anything, like quoting all the time. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or whether the doer of deeds could have done them better. By the way, thinking of Nelson Mandela last night, Invictus. Nelson Mandela's famous, Invictus. All to his credit, I thought of, it is not a job to captain souls. It is duty to master our fate. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, even if everyone was wrong, who errs, who comes short again and again. 26, come on. With nothing, except swag, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and even not. That's his point. And who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. So this place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. That's a classic little. Hegsy loves that one. no way this guy went to university, of course. Oh, God, this is so... This is on public. I'm going to be embarrassed if it comes back. But the one thing that I'll hold my hat on is that I handed it in on, like, literally right, like with 1 minute to spare, plus maybe you could argue, like, 5 minutes late, wink, in terms of the external documents. But, so that was on the 1st. And so that's been, plus they were having to get through all the backlog of the people who came in earlier. I went in the group at the end. So, but let's assume that they have been perfect, and that at the start of last month they reviewed, I think, 1,000 applicants. All I know is ChatGPT said expect 6 to 8 weeks. So hopefully them letting me know now is the 6-week mark. 4 plus 7 days. Okay, 6.2 week mark. Unless I'm like maybe they looked through my Facebook and saw some shit from 2012, comment on Palestine or something. I mean, I'm running the satire/troll defense of that I only am invoking from the period of that Facebook era of like MySpace, Facebook, where we all were just trolling because it's like so new. So of course we have to troll it. We have to test the boundaries. So anyway, it doesn't apply anymore. But look, I'm gonna keep this up. I'm gonna keep asking if it says no on everything, but like, fuck. Come on, 6 weeks, guys. Surely if it's earlier, it's more likely positive. And it's gonna be so embarrassing if it says no, like legit, because I've been saying, oh, Colombia this, Colombia that, just like, oh yeah, acting like I'm already, is this the time to get just humble? Everyone knows Unite Arab Breeze. It's just legit. What a full of shit cunt. Keep hustling. SCOTUS, loser. Supreme Court of Japan, no one cares. Colombia fucking hates me. Oh my god. Fucking hell, are you serious? Wow, I actually get fucking raw dogged. Oh, you decided to sell the regret. I knew that. I don't know why I'm not disappointed. Because like it was, how was I just a cunt in that? Just too much of a cunt? Because maybe I was not getting that. Like I was just going full Manhattan and not maybe understanding the fucking how left Colombia really is as like a direct cancellation out of how like just dog eat dog Manhattan actually is. So me like playing the Manhattan. I mean the last draft of this, I don't think I had much asshole at all. I think it was like, I can read it here. I don't know why I'm not surprised. Like I was like, fuck. I wasn't certain, but I was so certain. I was above 90%. Like, dude, my reference is a professor, ex-attorney general, who's just like, yeah, this SCOTUS. Did they not understand SCOTUS equity? Maybe not. I mean, maybe it's because it was beyond 2,000 words in terms of like, I said that this one exceeds, but it's not expected. If you show this to any person in Columbia Law School, is that too much of an asshole? I don't think so. I think I really toned it down. I really, really toned it down. Yeah, this is very loud, like very loud. This is what they're looking for. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. Was this too cocky? Maybe like I contribute to its evolution. Isn't that what they want? People who just like want to be within the system and give back. Like this is genius. This is literally just me coming myself. Like even just this question alone. I mean, come on. Whatever. This is facts. But let's say nothing's happened, so like whatever, they cross that off. This, did they not, was this just not understood, or like, which reserves the question of guilt to the jury alone, yeah. The seventh, which bars fact examinations, but remains silent in criminal ones. That, I wrote it specifically for a reviewer. Yeah, I didn't use like altruis, whatever the Latin is, which is the one that explains if it's expressly stated in one and not the other then. Unenumerated rights. This one is so important, and I generally only wanted Colombia. Fuck the patents, man. I'll just get into the fucking room regardless. Like, I'll chat to some fucking dude. Like, the reason why I wanted Colombia was to fucking get this through. Like, it just makes fucking sense. Like, it remains silent in criminal ones, but then explicitly, expressly, textually bans fact re-examination, which can only be done by the jury. Because that's a question of guilt is facts. So juries have to, in criminal cases, do. And the ninth opens up the idea for that unenumerated rights, in terms of rights that may not have been expressly written as an amendment. But nevertheless, it's just because of saying this is not an exhaustive list. That isn't what the Ninth Amendment is saying. I want to refine. And if I'm public indeed, that's what they're looking for. That's why I'm going to contribute to its evolution. I said, pop. What? Okay. So this, at least, like, this show's given back to America. I understand I'm an Australian. This one is just, how can you be a lefty in Manhattan, and even a pause in sales to autocracies can violate fiduciary duty. My model legalizes 5% contrazone incentivized. The regulatory, I'm saying I can't do it by myself. And let's say, yeah, nothing's happened. I mean, look, minimum contact principle. That's just, and then a structural Article 31. No, whatever. Like, it's done. Let's say it's not accepted. Like, why not give that back? They fucking, maybe it was over. Education has to be work, present situation. What do you mean pursue? I didn't, the one, I think I made it clear that there's a bear. Dude, what do you mean? It's literally Colombia, like, it's literally fucking the best. Like, I didn't meet this one. Yeah, but yeah, it's particularly. Alright, or even issues with the justices. I just wanted to be sober, but that's why the nervousness was hitting me for so long. I was fucking actually just like paralyzed by this fucking. I couldn't even actively rest. I could only active rest, which is not good. You have to actively rest. Just had this sick feeling. I was just like, no, I just have it. And the sick feeling is only because how fucking there are just people dying or in prison when the Constitution and the guys who wrote it, or not the guys, the framers who wrote it clearly. And it's just common sense. Clinton in 1996 made a 1-year bar. He barred it so you only have 1 year. As in, Congress put a limit. There's no other limits, time limits in any other constitutional, like, right from the amendment. Like, there's literally not. Why, in this regard, it's unconstitutional. At the very least, they should remove the time period, which led to fucking Liddell Lee's death because he missed the year cutoff or whatever, because like the whole idea is he had shit racist lawyers, like, put like whatever to Liddell Lee, you can read the case and you'll have your questions in terms of evidence, but like at the end of the day it was 5-4 for saying let's review the evidence, but they just didn't have any. They just said let's review it just to review it. I mean, this would give, as in go past Congress, that supersede Congress. But the 5 like, Congress has said 1 year. He's outside of that 1 year, and also the jury found the guilt. Even if habeas corpus, as in the right to like be looked at as, to be freed. We've got habeas corpus, but then Congress in 1996, Bill Clinton said it's only 1 year. Dude, what if you just like, as was shown in Boston Legal, like just super dumb, or maybe you just get hit with absolute mega depression because you're an innocent person, and you just lose all hope, even though if that's like hope that any rational person would act on, but because you're just so beaten and you're neurologically damaged and like blah, all the rest of it, you just miss that year, and then Congress, and then SCOTUS is literally 5-4. The 5 literally would have just said Congress has a 1 year bar. There's no constitutional thing, and that my one proves that there's a constitutional thing for criminal fact re-examination, which then supersedes Congress's 1 year and allows for people to have factual re-examination, whether it be fucking 5 years or 10 years. Because at the very minimum, it's about reasonable doubt based on evidence, and the evidence. How can you not allow evidence in that is that's I don't, dude. The only opportunity I feel I miss, and I know that I miss, and the reason why I was feeling so sick for the past 6 weeks since sending this cunt in and just being like paralyzed to fucking take action and shit, it was like a sickness, like, man, if I miss this, that SCOTUS one, like, look at the stats of innocent people, and like, oh, if you're so innocent, as soon as you get any new evidence, 1 year's long enough. How can you put a fucking limitation on it? There's no limitation for the Fifth Amendment's right to an attorney. Like, there's plenty of examples, the whole thing. There's literally, that's the reason why I'm sick. Like, you know, I was, and now whatever. Now I'm relieved because, like, I tried my best for the fucking American prisoners who are, because my hell is being, you know, you can be framed / you can fucking be in prison, just life in prison. Like, I just know how bad it's like. Just I care so much about it because literally it's just the fucking worst. Even if you're guilty, let alone if you're fucking innocent. I mean, as Teddy Roosevelt said, like, look, fuck, like, failed daring greatly when Champ got knocked out today. Spends himself in a worthy cause is giving a fair procedure to allow innocence to flourish. Fuck me. For a fucking country that's clearly under-resourced because of a whole bunch of reasons. Quote-unquote pursuit of happiness that isn't even in anything but the one that they tried to scratch off because the Declaration of Independence is an angry war letter, and they quickly fixed up all that language after. Like, that was just, it's not a historical document insofar as the founding of the state. It's a fucking angry text at your ex. It's, you know, it's not what you'd show your child that you have with that ex, you know. I mean, I feel relieved because, like, genuinely the reason why Colombia, maybe was it not obvious? I literally created the fucking right to redemption. Why would I guess I should have just fully focused in on, I guess that's next year, whatever. Just fully focus on Liddell Lee. 5-4, set the whole scene. Congress was the one, you know. And like, I guess that's the one. Just fully explain the right to redemption and the story behind it and the statistics. That's why Colombia, because that's why Colombia. I did focus on myself, I'll admit, which wasn't like there was a lot of like, I want Colombia because it's a systems upgrade. And I thought I showed enough like giving back that a systems upgrades and access to the resources is for the benefit of these these missions. I guess I thought more was better. I thought corporate conscious was sick. I mean, fuck, you know. There's maybe one opportunity because there's 6 to 8 weeks. Why would they get back to me after 6 weeks? They really read mine fucking quick and just go, this guy's just like, doesn't get it. I mean, I guess. Just fully focus on what? Like, the story of Liddell Lee. And that's why Colombia, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like, procedural justice. For the most vulnerable, based on that quote of the Romans, you know, it's how it treats its most. You know, I mean, maybe it seemed like I wanted Colombia for myself, and that's not what they're looking for. Or there was enough students who made it seem like they wanted Colombia for some, you know, reason other than themselves. even just saying family, isn't it like inherently obvious when I'm writing about this stuff that I guess I think the fair critique is just next year, if I'm not already fucking there in terms of there not being common, but just there in terms of solving these things that I want solved, just purely for the mission of good inequity, by the way. Fuck. Just put it in again for posterity's sake. Maybe to get fucking young Professor Green reading my physics paper, but whatever. Guess I got one more year to work on that cunt. I had the sickest feeling for 6 weeks, and it was like, because I was like, if I get denied, this SCOTUS thing is just in the fucking dirt, man. Maybe I got the fact that they got 2 more weeks of making decisions. Give an email to my boy AC Grayling. Gave me his number for asking him a sick question. And then like, yeah, maybe. Dude, one reference was from the guy proving that I did the Japanese stuff. And it was good, like. It wasn't just good, it was literally as perfect as you could get for the Supreme Court of Japan. It argued exactly the exact law to the text, and the argument was exactly DNA. Like, fuck. Like, and the ex-attorney general who read the fucking right to redemption, and he's saying, yeah, it's good. Like, even if you don't understand it in this fucking 400-word summary, it's good. But like, fuck, they just must think I want it for myself. Dude, I'm actually relieved because it means SCOTUS is off my fucking chest. Like, genuinely, the whole fucking reason I wanted Columbia was for just to tick off SCOTUS, like, because there was no way forward. Like, I kept on emailing these people with at Gmail, like, no responses, no nothing. Like, I was like, fair enough, I get it. Like, the whole Zuckerberg thing in the social network where it's like, dude, it's at harvard.edu that has the value. Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking in terms of just getting SCOTUS done. Man, I literally couldn't give a fuck. I'd stay here, choose patterns. Fucking every time. All I wanted was to get SCOTUS at least done as much as I could first. To give relief to myself while doing stuff in private equity. Even if I say that private equity is going to go to charity, it doesn't matter, it's for private equity. So it's not like service, I want to serve first. The digger's case and the fucking SCOTUS equity. And in the digger's case, like, I had a fair reason to like put that on pause until today and tomorrow. But SCOTUS was just eating me up because I was like, it's just like the death penalty. It's just like, and life without and you're innocent. Like, legit Andy Dufresne, I watched that so many times. Like, it's actually relief. It's just, whatever. It's embarrassing. I got one more chance if I email AC Grayling and do a revised essay where I put it all. I'll be honest. I'll actually just be honest. I'll be like, dude, I need one chance at having SCOTUS equity read. Please. I've got it on this fucking cunt of a computer. It's every single fucking semicolon of the Constitution has been analysed as a way of putting forward equity towards the fucking end result. And I know for a certain that the majority of the bench, it argues to the majority of the bench. Like originalism, textualism. And I got the 3/4 of the bench who I got the pragmatic. It just is. I'm just asking for one shot. I'm gonna email AC Growling, send him an exam as a thank you, and then just be like, yo, I got denied. Here was my letter. You know, I guess I see now that I was just like, it looks like I was doing it for selfish reasons, and I was just like, not what they're looking for in terms of like that. They're looking away if they don't want they want the Manhattan assholes on Wall Street, and they want Colombia to be the safe space, like. But like I thought, you know, surely it's like more of a trade college kind of deal where you get people who are in the industry as like lecturers and tutors, more so that it's way more down to earth culture, so they get the Manhattan thing. But then I like toned down so much. I guess nothing. I got one more shot. Give AC Grayling this, but as a philosophical exam for him. Just be like, thank you, like, be like, yo, like, this is my rewritten fucking essay, which is the truth essay. I was wrong thinking that it was all about like number of things and not like just pure intent. Just my pure intent is just, I don't give a shit about at Columbia, idiot. I don't give a shit about going. I don't shit about the fucking piece, like the status of whatever. The literal sole reason was to have a very decent shot at it being in the environment where that case is given the best chance at being granted a writ of certiorari. And these guys know the SCOTUS justices, they know the clerks, they can be like, this one's good. Like, fuck, man. How can I serve myself in private equity if I haven't given back to these two obvious as fuck, just bleeding out world equity thing, death penalty that I can do something about, that I actually do something about. Diggers in Australia, wrongful convictions in America, like fuck. There's still hope in terms of the AC Grayling angle of just like a redo this fucking thing, just full focus on Liddell Lee. Just be honest. I'd be like, honest, guys, I misread the intent of the letter. Like, in fact, you know, don't even consider me. This is how, in terms of this is how truthful I am to me saying I genuinely applied just to give this one the best shot it could be. So just don't even, but please, all I'm asking with AC Grayling sending it with me as a CC, please, like, read. It's a fuck around. It's like 150 pages. I'll do a bunch of summaries, but give it a fucking shot because I know it's worth a shot. And how can you not take a shot on innocence in American prisons? I mean, literally, Shawshank Redemption's #1 on IMDb. There's still hope. And generally, I don't, it looks like I wanted Colombia for my own sake, which is what they don't want, because they just go to Manhattan, just go to Wall Street, asshole. What? Just full focus on this, and just be like, look, you know, honest truth. I thought this would sound good. Misread. How am I supposed to know Colombia's fucking internal culture? Like, I had a reasonable guess, I suppose, based on the fact that it's in Manhattan and you got the highest paid people, but then you've also got people who work in the industry, so you get them to come in. So it's, but obviously it's very lefty, but then you got people who are working and it's in literally Manhattan, so these people, no matter what they say about being left to their money hungry, and like, yeah, whatever, aren't we all? But it's Manhattan. But I guess that is literally why it must be like so anti that. I mean, it's in the top left and Wall Street is in the bottom right. Fuck. And all I'm asking, I swear, I literally just AC Growling saying, look, I gave this exam to my philosophy students, I gave this exam to these law professors, and came back this. I gave the fucking submission, the potential writ as well. It's been looked at by like 4 or 5 of these law professors. They think even if it's 1 in 100 of being accepted and then 1 in 100, of passing, 1 in 10,000, to ensure that the fundamental point of common law is the protection of innocence. That's the whole story of Jesus Christ and the justice system that evolved because of his innocent persecution based off of evidence without procedure. And the framers knew this. That's why they wrote how it is. It's all about protecting the innocent. Like, there's so much legal philosophy on that. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the whole thing's about. Look at how Japan does it. It's guilty to proven innocent. Now we're innocent to proven guilty. Need I say more? You know. That's why the sickest feeling for 6 months. I just knew it, man. I was like confident as like a fucking mask, I guess, and that cognitive dissonance was then giving me even more anxiety. So I've just been, I should have finished this fucking Diggers case. I've made like super strides to it, like past 4 or 5. I just haven't been able to work on it because this has been making me sick. What's been making me sick is the idea that, like, even if it's, let's say that there was an optimal path I could have taken in the timeline, and then I choose to, you know, wait 3 years, and then like, how many Andy Dufresne suffering units is that? You know, how am I supposed to serve myself in private equity when I'm just, I mean, say that's like, oh, just don't feel guilty about that. I mean, it's just injustice, and it's just plain that every like the legacy of innocence is whatever. Like there's still time, but I hope, insofar as the mission, which is just SCOTUS equity, has been from the start. Don't. And I'll rewrite the letter. Like, look, I misread the room. I swear on the absolute honesty. And this is how honest I am. Even if you read this letter and change your mind, I still don't want to be accepted, because genuinely, all I care about is giving this case a fair go, a fair shot. And if it gets denied, like, how am I just want someone fucking whatever, maybe AC Grayling knows people in the fucking Innocence Project. I just want someone at Columbia, or maybe just AC Grayling, whatever. But it would just make sense at Columbia, right? I genuinely should have just kept it so simple. I get one redo. Maybe that's why they give me the 6 weeks when it's 6 to 8 weeks. In terms of like, alright, if you're smart as you fucking say you are, iso chi dodecahedron, motherfucker. Like, I cos chi drag. It's like drag. Chi 2. I cos sigma I cos. Oh yeah, you think you're fucking smart, Mr. I cos it dragon, you know what I mean? Oh, it's not circles. The circle's fucking an impossible shape, but this one can be fucking made and engineered fast like a fucking warthog, like a fucking B-52, whatever the fuck it was. And therefore that's why, that's the solution. Oh yeah, you think you're fucking smart. Alright, we'll fucking answer you back instantly. 6 weeks. We'll see if you're so smart and you're so sure of, like, you just, like, having a place here, then if you get denied and, you don't, like, what are you going to do to prove yourself other than just waiting another year? Like, look, maybe. But, look, fundamentally, like, it is just full focus on this, because this is the only. I only added this stuff because I thought it would help in terms of showing that I was smart and dedicated. And fucking Randolph's fucking letter I needed to fucking add my submission to the court, because it's just like, whatever, it doesn't matter. The reviewers are reviewers. But that's just the scope. Whatever. I will literally settle on it being read by a few, the president of the Innocence Project. And I was like thinking to myself, surely the best and easiest way is just like Colombia. Like, that is, other than that, I'll just fucking do, what do you fucking think? Oh yeah, literally. Oh yeah. Let's like literally like fucking literally got like 60 patents to file. Like, I keep coming back to the point. It made me sick. The idea that like, I'll focus on private equity, and then when I got all the money, then it'll be easy. But then I was thinking, okay, but just surely there's a way if you sacrifice immediate private equity and just try to get it. I mean, how hard is it to get it to these people at the fucking Innocence Project with heft behind it to give it a shot? Like, fuck, it's worth a shot, even if it's 1 in 10,000. As I said, 1 in 10,000. America's that has the most amount of prisoners. The statistics are like 2% of them are innocent, or at least the facts say they're innocent. And the fundamental thing is, if the evidence and the facts say innocent, then they're innocent. And if they're a crook, they'll eventually be found out for that. I'm actually relieved, because if I got accepted, I would have had to go and just touch up SCOTUS, which is, it's like 99.999% done. And that SCOTUS equity is just the biggest fucking mind fuck in terms of just drain. It's just so psychologically, neurologically taxing, just because of the height of the injustice, just growing up on an end of friend. But yeah, even if you were to change your mind based on this essay, don't accept me, because I know how this essay looked like. I wanted it for myself. I thought I was just showing that I could survive Manhattan. And I was capable of fucking complex tasks, as in not failing the assignments, which are complex tasks. But what if I genuinely just be dude, begging them, please, give this a shot, a genuine shot at a writ of certiorari to SCOTUS, please. Which it doesn't just involve submitting it. It involves showing the clerks, and I will tell this to them. It involves showing the clerks. It involves media. It involves a case the media gets behind. It involves Justice as T with someone who mentions that they read it in the Times. where else is best for that than Columbia, this fucking school of journalism? Like, I don't care about the ego status of Columbia. Don't even accept me. Ever. Permanent ban. All I ask, and this is proof to my conviction, all I ask is just please, can we collaborate to just not just submit the writ of certiorari? Like, here's the idea you need. Bit media. The work's been fucking done. It just needs, like, to be accepted as a writ. And it's the perfect time to do it because of all the recent cases around the death penalty. Like, fuck. I guess I'll have to write down. And look, but based on what they wrote here, like, based on this, like, I thought I nailed this, but, like, I didn't even want to write it like this. Damn. I guess I followed their instructions, which is not what they wanted, you know. Just be. The only reason why I wanted Columbia is to get. Look how long I've been working on it. Literally, send them to YouTube. Like, it's been weighing me down for like 4 fucking years. And it's done, and I just want it to be given the shot that it deserves because I know that it's fucking right. It's not just right constitutionally, it's not just right in the eyes of the judges when they fucking read it based on every single, you know, intricate fucking judicial philosophy that they have, that I know, that I argued specifically towards, not just individually but then en masse to maximize like the groups of them, you know, of this block, but then if you add that part it takes that block away, like fuck, you know, I did that, can't, fuck me. Highest chance of fuck, like what? Maybe that's why they gave me the, what's that? For, if it was 8 weeks, they're giving me 10 days. Or maybe they're just saying, fuck you, you're not good enough. We don't like you because you fucking can't. You just wanted our status for yourself so you can be a fucking politician and then go back to Australia and be the man. Like, no. Like, it's legit, this fucking stress, man. It's killing me inside, it's neurologically damaging me. It's done. Columbia is a place where it would be given a shot because of it's #1 journalism. It's a place where the law professors would have access to SCOTUS and give it a higher chance of it being accepted as a writ. And then run, you know? Fuck. It's because no fucking SAT, my SAT said you don't need it, I guess. Not good enough. The essay, that's again why I spent a lot of time showing these real life problem solving rather than the SATs, which is just like, fuck man, I've like bombed ass, you know, I haven't looked at that in fucking 10 years, can't. Fucking the crab claw to expand bracket x plus 2x bracket open bracket 2x squared plus y, you know, fuck, which is legit what the SAT is. So it's a high school test or whatever it is, point is. So none, and then other people are getting fucking 1550s. So I'll just be honest. I understand why this essay read like this. I knew that I didn't have a test score. I'm not actually smart, you know? But I don't think I'm smart. But genuinely, there's just one thing that I know, is that this deserves a shot. And that's why I applied to Columbia. It's got the journalists, number one. It has the access to increase the chance the writ of certiorari is accepted. And I just need, even if I just need to feel like I've done my utmost before I go into private equity, because I refuse. I mean, I can just do private equity, like, no skin off my back thing, whatever. Like, I'll just be like, whatever, I'll just, but like, I just refuse. It's just like service. I just not be like service. Like, I guess you just got a bunch of fucking 1500 SATs, whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, online general studies admissions exam. They just fucking nailed it because whatever, you got 150 IQ and can see some fucking weird shit in terms of like some fucking word which has the slightest nuance in some fucking poem. So the answer's D instead of fucking C. And only 10% of people see that nuance, and 80% of people fall for the C because they miss that nuance. And that's how the bell curve is created. So I spent a lot of time showing like, wait, you said I didn't need it. Okay, letter to AC Grayling, he gave me his email. This is the time. I'm like, fucking dude. Here's a fucking exam as like payback. You know, I write it for philosophy and law. Oh, and just be like, yeah, look, if you could send this guy this updated essay, make it like 600 words, and just be like, bruh, look how long I've worked on this kind of a thing. It just weighs me down. Barely, like, can barely watch movies, TVs, YouTube like I used to. Back before 2020, man, before I was onto these types of grinds, I was only onto these grinds because I saw an angle to possibly have them accomplished. Before I was like, whatever, like, there's only so much. One person I've heard everyone say only so much you can do. I was watching so much TV and like just shit, like movies, shit, like whatever. Now I just feel guilt when I watch a fucking movie. It's like I could be making, like, what if the difference between this, even an hour, is the difference between someone getting fucking executed with the poison syringe and fucking innocent because Congress said 1 year when that's unconstitutional. And just not even, and who cares about unconstitutional? It's just against common law. Innocent till proven guilty. And I, like, yeah, here's my honesty. Like, couldn't even afford it anyway, bro. I genuinely just wanted a quick little up for the SCOTUS equity. Like, fuck, man. explains this why I've been stressed for the past 6 weeks when I should have just been chilling. Like, because why would that stress be on me getting to Colombia? Like I give a fuck. Like, the stress was, if I get in, then all that SCOTUS equity stress comes back, which is just fucking hectic. And then also, if I don't, then fuck me, like, how many fucking posts do I need to send to this person, that person, like, who writes some article, like what, man? Like, that's why it's like, just please give me the easy way in, which is just Colombia, where they'll just know the clerks, know some of the judges, like, have access to the journalists who can create the increased chance of it being accepted as a writ when it's deserving of being accepted as a writ due to all the complications, especially within the past, like, 5 years on this current bench panel, within the death penalty and expanding it for, and blah, 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 blah. Like, so look, there is hope for SCOTUS equity. That's, like, as far as, like, getting into boardrooms, like, that would, like, fuck, did fucking money talks, can't I give a fuck. That club, you think you're smart, shows you don't know mind, like, whatever, bro. Like, literally, that was just me just coping. Like, I was trying to relieve stress by saying, I'm confident I'm going to get in, and then I can, then SCOTUS equity will be done, and I can focus on private equity. Like, that was just only to, like, lower my stress. Man, it really was so much, and now that stress is just, because, like, right now, I've done my utmost for SCOTUS equity. It comes short again and again, he says. Maybe one letter to the Dean, and then AC Growling, so again and again, and then the idea of that, this comma here, is that on the third try, you know? Because, yeah, the idea, you end up, exactly true. I'm glad that the stress is gone, because right now I am at my utmost for the mission that I care about most, which is innocence. In like procedural innocence being, like, absolutely protected by the state. Like, that's just maybe that's the Christian in me. Maybe I took Jesus Christ, like, when I was watching those plays of him being crucified, you know, too much to heart, where I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of suffering, and, you know, he flipped the table. The evidence was pretty shoddy, and there wasn't any due process. And, I mean, everyone's saying he's an innocent man. And, I mean, as far as flipping tables in a marketplace, is that deserving of crucifixion? I argue yes. Insofar as, no, crucifixion purposes. Which is, my theory is, it's in here, but, like, look, it's about understanding the service of the warriors who get, you know, way worse when they get sledgehammered and shit. Fuck. I'm not even I'm actually, like, because I've done my utmost. But I know that, like, I know that tomorrow I gotta do my utmost. I've done my utmost. So, like, there's past 6 weeks, it's been even on the worst it's ever been. Like, just because of the sick feeling, the sick feeling of like, oh, if I fail, and then it's an extra 3 months. It's just like, fuck, that's on me. When if I had have done better. Yeah, that's also like, and like I'll accept it because I put it in late, and they do it on a rolling thing. This might sound like a cope, but they do. There's early admissions, and there's only 200 spaces. So if the early admission people all get in, there may be only 10 places for the regular, and that's like people, and that's 800. So there's 10 places for 800. Because he specifically said, I want you to know it's an extremely difficult one. That feels genuine. I think he's just saying that to everyone, because of the extraordinarily high number of very well qualified applicants we had for a limited number of spaces. And this is why, get in early. But fuck, what was I doing? What was I doing when I knew that the early thing was on? I think I was literally working on fucking SCOTUS equity. What, cunt? First things first. Please, sorry. Thank you for your sorry, but absolutely not needed. Blah 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 blah. And then to AC Grayling, who then hopefully will come in the clutch. So then Curtis Rogers, he's made his decision. So he sees an email back from me. That's just due diligence in terms of he's going, okay, respect, maybe for next year I'll remember your name. There's goodwill there, blah blah blah. Then the AC Grayling comes in with the, come on. Jen, fuck. I just want SCOTUS equity to be as high of a percentage chance as getting a shot in front of the current bench, which I worked my fucking ass off to specifically, even if one of them dies or retires, a bunch of it needs to be changed because there's so much thought went into the fucking the nodes that you have to unlock, because you have to unlock the nodes to get to 5. But if you unlock a node of 4, it might block off to get to those 4. It means that the other 5 are at 100% no. So nodes to 5, okay. We had for a limited number of spaces, say 50, and there were 800. Okay, son, you weren't in the top 8% because you didn't do your SATs. I'd be like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't do them. You know, actually, don't know why else I didn't do them. I could have studied for those fucking tests. My mission has been on fucking SCOTUS Equity for 4 fucking years. Don't give a fuck. Yeah, I could have gone in early admission because it's on a rolling basis, which, you know, means that, like, the guys who get in first and they get accepted, that means there's a limited number of spaces towards the people at the end, aka me. Which is what he's saying. Oh, it's extremely difficult. 220 spots. Then I hit him with the, yo, bro. Chet. Thank you. Like, thank you. This weight is off my... Like, I've been sick for 6 weeks with anxiety for a while. I mean, do you think it was because I had put that much stock into Colombia? Like, clearly, I mean, based on this verse, actually, you could see, like, Colombia's not going to be the difference insofar as my personal ambitions. So why was I feeling so sick? It's because this death penalty, life without parole, Andy Dufresne just prohibits me on an ethical and even neurological level of even watching fucking movies. Like, I just feel guilt and I just feel regret, and I think I'm not doing my utmost. And even just imagining a world where I did my best versus a world where I chose to coast even for 6 months, and imagining that that's just one person. The guilt of that has pushed me for like 4 or 5 years. And why Colombia? You're like, fuck the journal. It's to get this writ through. Send that to Curtis. You know, my boy, Dean of Admissions. Hit AC Graylin up. Show him this. Show him the fucking thing. I'd be like, yeah, look. So he, as a homie, you know what I mean? Like, so like, thank you to that. And so here's this exam that I wrote that's pretty fucking sick. By the way, like, you know, no free lunch, no free exam. Is it possible you could get some, you know, law professors to give this a checkerino? No, not even that. Just the new essay. Actually no, the new essay plus, which is just focused on Grratrst, the Dean of Admissions. He does know, if you know how deep the Liddell Lee law goes and how literally like pip, like literally want just you know, it's likely that just some wanna be sort of right fighter put their hair 15 years later to screw with evidence, you know. As in, you know, one strand of hair is the, as in it's a bit of an eye roll, which doesn't match the kit, which doesn't match. And the idea was like, oh, it doesn't rule him out. But that's the idea of the whole system, is that you get done for counts. So like, yeah, okay, Do them for put them in for break and enter or fucking burglary or whatever the fuck. If he didn't kill the woman, he's not a murderer. That count is not. The evidence was tainted. Well, if that's the case, you believe the evidence is tainted, and oh yeah, one strand of hair 15 years later. You are literally SCOTUS. You go and you say, you increase the Pentagon's budget by 60 billion. We need like 500 mil to ensure that all evidence is like at 100, which is just like the fundamental expectation of like this whole fucking state. Like, that's the reason why it kills me. It's just like the fucking John Adams cunt, like literally before America was even made, before he even wrote the fucking Massachusetts Constitution, the world's oldest living constitution in 76, defended the Boston Massacre, the British soldiers, by saying, look, there's 5 of them that could have possibly shot 2 bullets or 3 bullets. That meant that 2 of them didn't shoot. And all of them are saying they didn't shoot. And then he quotes a bunch of sick shit. He even just writes it well himself and just says, look, innocence is it. Like, you know? Like, everything that the system's built on is innocence. I mean, that's what he said. Like, the protection, if the civilization citizen can no longer be assured that their innocence is a protection from like the harm of the state insofar as prison, then there's no reason to follow the law at all, because whether you're innocent or not, you're going to be treated as guilty. So like literally the fucking fundamental for the whole civilization operating is that fucking principle. John Adams himself, like literally John fucking Adams, like just not going to fucking quote this cunt. Just full focus, Liddell Lee, keep it 600 words, keep it super simple, man. Then hit AC Growling. I've got 2 more weeks. Fuck. I'm not even fucking that. I'm only fucked because like of course there's like the ego insofar as just been being like, yeah, but like, bruh, like that was only as like, I don't give a fuck, man. I want SCOTUS equity in SCOTUS. Like, fuck, I want Coca-Cola Section 51 equity. Like, is getting into Columbia or getting that degree an accomplishment? Absolutely. Is SCOTUS equity an accomplishment? Is ask fucking Thurgood Marshall and Ellen Kagan, you know. Fuck. It does. The reason why this feels like not copy pasted is I did send it in late. Like not even you could have sent it if you sent in all your files properly in terms of all the external documents, he could have had it. You could have had been getting reviewed by the 16th of fucking May, but then they allowed 2 weeks, and they wouldn't review your shit. They allowed 2 weeks to get your external documents in, and I got it in up to 2 weeks. So then I had a 2 week. And because once the space is filled, that space is filled. That's their policy. So I was at the end of the end. So look. I actually think this, if I had got in, I would have gone into my sister's room, gloated, been like, told you, keep, like, for some reason, the only accomplishment that matters in this family is fucking academia. Told you, now let me just keep hustling on what I know is right. And then, you know, fuck. Who knows where that would have led, but it would have been SCOTUS equity, but I don't think I would have been as clear as this in terms of just like a direct, like, bruh, don't even worry about the, like, thank you for saying sorry. Like, but it's absolutely not needed. I mean, and then I'll explain like the reason why the letter may have sounded, why just title it and then just be like, here's just the facts. This is what I've been living with. Liddell Lee, 5'4", like William Brennan's fucking descent in fucking 86, just saying, this cunt is cruel and unusual, just like to the bone. You've got all these white cunts not getting the death penalty, all these black people for far less just getting death. He's like, what? And then they're innocent as well. Like, what the fuck? Brennan just tears, like, and then they've like brought it back, but then like in a big way, but then was like, oh, you know, for people under the age of 18, we got, you know, as in work, the point is, it's like this issue is like one that they've specifically 2 cases in the past like 2 years they've honed in on. So if like, fuck, if there's any time for a writ of certiorari to, because that mind is honed in on death penalty, it's fucking now. Anyway, just explain the whole fucking logic to be like, bro, as you can see, man, I'm just about fucking, I'm swearing to God, I'm just about SCOTUS equity. Like, I appreciate your apologies. Like, man, even thank you for reading it, bro, but like, seriously. Why Columbia? Like, you're journalists. I just want to give this motherfucker a shot. Then let it AC. I'm feeling so much better. I'm glad I got rejected. First and foremost, I knew it was a rolling thing, and I still got it in with 1 minute to spare / 1 document 3 minutes late, which was arguably whatever. Point is, they were reviewing it 2 weeks after even the major batch people were getting reviewed. So like, the spaces were limited, to say the least. You know, they're not gonna fucking, because of the nature of very well qualified applicants. What are you gonna do? Like, bell curve them the whole time? Like 1,000 applicants? No, as soon as someone ticks the criteria, they're in. first in, best they're in. And then by the time my one's, they're literally 3 minutes late, so I'm fucking last person to be reviewed, literally. I think that was kind of like the cutoff, is like being 3 minutes late and then saying, sorry, man. The guy was busy in court or some shit, so he couldn't get the email back, but I managed to get it within 3 minutes anyway. So the last one they're checking, and they got like fucking all the spots filled, but then there's like maybe like what, like the bottom 10% is 20 like maybes, and they're thinking, is this guy gonna be better than these maybes? They have to be loyal to America. Extraordinarily high number. Fuck. Sounds like 300 for a space of fucking 100. 400. Anyway, this is actually the best thing for my objective, which is SCOTUS equity. Because, like, now that I don't need to suck up to him per se or whatever the fuck, and it can just be explained in full transparency, like, not under the guise of like, but you know what I mean? Like, now I can just be like, yo, the SCOTUS equity is literally just the stress, like, it is not human. Like, the relief that I felt getting the rejection letter, I haven't felt relief like that. And the relief came from I done my utmost for this SCOTUS equity at that moment, and that was enough to make me feel like I'm on the righteous path. And that's the one I want to live up to. And I'll accept nothing less from myself. So, the reason because that meant getting declined meant that like I did my best for SCOTUS equity as far as I could see it. Like, what do maybe I will send some letters to people in the, what do you call it, the fucking Innocence Project, but like, come on, you know what I mean? You need some heft. That's how it works. Anyway, heft / money, and I got no dough. Because I'd rather spend it on patents, but I can't work on my patents because the righteous path needs to be followed. It's literally just the duty of someone born in the most OP fucking seat in a world of 9 billion people, with just like most of the world being just very scarce, like at least a significant portion being super scarce, but we have the technology to do the Charlie Chaplin speech, at least give fucking clean water, 1 billion people without clean water, like, fuck off, can't. Like, whatever. Anyway, so explain to him, like, dude, please, thank you for saying sorry, no need. I haven't felt relief like that. Let's see, like the stress came from like what I would have to do if I was accepted, which would be to go back into that. Like, I put SCOTUS equity on hold after I handed in the thing, because I thought there's nothing more I can do until I get in. Then when I got this, I was like, oh, you know. So this actually might be the direct, fastest way, because, like, maybe I would have had to, like, in order to get that at Columbia email, I would have had to fucking pony up 80 to 150k, gone over there, blah, blah. And it would have started in fucking January, so another 4 months. This one might be the one. This one, honestly, based on my fucking luck in terms of like how absolute space congregates with or intersects with energy equals time plus gravity plus redact. That's not part of my paper. But yeah, this, I feel like this is the fastest path, and that is the reason why I did this in the first place. Was the fastest path to giving it the best shot. And getting declined, sending that to AC, and then being like, bruh, like, this is why I need your favor. Because genuinely, it's at this, I just needed heft of academia. And that's what I thought doing myself in Colombia. You'll have to, in the British, plus maybe we can send some fucking emails over, and then they will be read because it's at, like, AC Grayling at fucking, you know, it's AC Grayling. The guy's just like, the guy just has books and libraries everywhere. It's a big deal. In terms of like, I literally just went to the Intrapilli library, and then Aurora and I just took out a random book. I can. And Michael Mizrachi deserves a Nobel Prize. No cap. Yeah, okay. I feel so much better, not just because like the weight of like me, if I got accepted, I would have just been straight into SCOTUS equity, which then brings the fucking eternal fucking guilt of like Diggers v SCOTUS equity. Like, fuck. Like, so, you know, this one is the fastest, and then I can go straight on to Dreyfus. This is why it's fast for both. I'm happy. I'm actually more. Proof of that. Yeah, so I'd look AC Grant. I'm just looking for you. I'm just looking for some help in terms of like, you know. I picked up this. What is that? Look, you can see. I just, you know, there's a bunch of books on the shelf. Enough that, and he's got enough of them that, like, chance of me seeing his name and being like, oh yeah, this guy hollered at me because my question was just too clean. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, is known for saying that if he does not get rid of or purge one deeply held belief every year, he considers that, you know, professors have to write examinations, get tired of it, like, fuck, dude. Hey, boom, boom. Chuck it to your mate as well.